January 15th, 1974. In the quiet suburbs of Wichita, a normal family morning turned into one of the most chilling crimes in American history. Inside their home, 4 members of the Otero family would lose their lives in a crime so disturbing that it would introduce the world to a serial killer who would terrorize the city for decades. This is the story of what really happened to the Otero family and the killer who called himself BTK. The Otero family lived in a modest home on North Edgemore Street. The father, Joseph Otero, was 38 years old and worked as an aircraft mechanic. His wife, Julie Otero, was 33. They had 5 children. On the morning of the crime, 2 of the children had already left for school. That left 4 people inside the house: Joseph Otero, Julie Otero, their 11-year-old daughter, Josephine Otero, and their 9-year-old son, Joseph Otero Jr. To neighbors, they were simply a quiet and ordinary family, but that morning, someone had already been watching the house. The man responsible was Dennis Rader. At the time, he was 28 years old. Rader had been stalking the neighborhood, looking for a victim he described in his writings as a project. Originally, he intended to target another woman in the area, but when his plan changed, he chose the Otero family instead. That morning, Rader entered the house armed with a handgun, rope, and other items he planned to use to control the victims. When the family woke up, they found a stranger standing inside their home. Rader told them he was a criminal on the run and claimed he only needed their car and some food. But this was never a robbery. The entire situation had been planned. Rader forced the family into different rooms and tied them up. He used rope and other materials to restrain them so they could not escape. One by one, he began attacking the family. Joseph Otero was overpowered first. Julie Otero was attacked next in the bedroom. Their young son, Joseph Jr., was also restrained and killed shortly afterward. Finally, Rader took 11-year-old Josephine Otero to the basement. She was the last victim. After the attack, Rader left the house as if nothing had happened. The crime shocked investigators because there was no clear motive, and the brutality of the attack made it unlike anything Wichita had seen before.
Months later, the killer began contacting the media. In letters sent to newspapers, he described the murders in disturbing detail and demanded recognition. In one of those messages, he introduced a name for himself, BTK. It stood for bind, torture, kill, a phrase he used to describe his method. For years, the identity of the BTK killer remained a mystery. Police searched for suspects, but the case went cold. Meanwhile, the man responsible was living what appeared to be a completely normal life. For more than 30 years, the Otero family murders remained unsolved. Then, in 2005, investigators finally made a breakthrough. DNA evidence connected the crimes to Dennis Rader. The same man who had committed the murders in 1974 had spent decades hiding in plain sight. He was arrested and later confessed not only to the Otero family murders, but to 10 killings in total. Rader eventually received multiple life sentences in prison, where he remains today. The murders of the Otero family marked the beginning of the BTK killer's crimes. A quiet home, a normal morning, and a tragedy that would haunt Wichita for decades. Even today, the story of the Otero family remains one of the most chilling cases in true crime history. And it all began on a cold morning in January 1974.